everyone, this is Nikki Rowland and today I have a layout for Hip Kit Club. I'm using the June kits. They are super yummy, and today is Mixed Media Monday, and one of my assignments today is to incorporate a cut file. So I'm using this really lovely floral frame. I'm also going to use this awesome cloud stencil, and I'm going to use some of the Nuvo as well. Okay, so I'm going to start off by doing some stenciling onto my background. So I'm going to use the cloud stencil. It's an exclusive stencil included with the June kit, and I'm going to use an ink kind of dauber type thing handle to create these kind of cloud effect by just rubbing the ink over the top of the stencil. So I'm using two different colours. So I'm using a navy blue, and initially I used a greeny colour, which is a Nuvo ink pad that we received in a previous kit. So there we go. I've got a few rows of clouds up in the top right corner. I have my photo there ready to go, and now I have got the Nuvo paste, the blue one that was included in the June kit, and I have a green one as well that was included in a previous colour kit. So I'm just going to stencil directly onto the page, one in blue, and then I'm going to keep offering my photo up to that area to make sure that it looks okay, and to see if I need it anywhere else. I'm going to do a green one as well. I'm just cleaning off my stencil before I use it again. So I'm just using a spatula type thing, or yeah, is it called a spatula? To apply my Nuvo through the stencil. Yeah, just going to press it through, and that works really quite well. I also kind of patted it with the back of the spatula to create a really bumpy effect, and now just adding some splatters as well. I'm pretty sure I added a green one. I haven't done it yet, but maybe I'm going to do it in just a moment. Maybe I'm waiting for other things to be dry. I've just added some splatters of navy blue paint as well. So really trying to build up the different types of layers of mixed media. For that really lovely floral frame, I decided to not use it as it was intended, and just to use a small portion of the hexagons. So I've just randomly cut out a section from the middle without the flowers. And just all the hexagons. I quite like the way this looks, just having this random piece. It's cut from a blue cardstock, a lightish blue cardstock that was in the kit. Yeah, now I'm doing that green cloud. I knew I did a green one. So I must have waited for things to dry a little bit first. Okay, so there we go. I've got my two clouds. I've got some inked clouds, I've got splatters of paint, so lots of little different mixed media techniques in this small area over in the right hand corner of a white background. I've used a smooth white cardstock, a marshmallow cardstock, because I just feel that it takes the mixed media a bit better than the textured. So I've just done that, added a few more splatters there, and now I'm going to overlay that lovely flower frame hexagon layout cut file on top. So just adding in and adding some glue under a few different pieces. I do want it to not be completely stuck flat onto the layout, so I'm just adding glue in a few spots to make sure that it does stay, but so that it lifts up at the corners. So yeah. Okay, so I've just picked out a few bits. I'm kind of going with a blue and green theme. It seems to be happening a lot this month for me, for my layouts with this kit. So I've just gone through the ephemera and pulled out a few bits. So I've got a tag there that I'm just going to tie through with black and white gingham ribbon, and then tie that ribbon with a green baker's twine, or a minty green baker's twine. And I'm going to angle that down, so rather than the tag going up with the ribbon at the top, it's it's down. And then my photo can sit on there. He's looking down. He's up in a tree and he's looking down at me. So I liked the idea of him being on the top part of the layout looking down. So that's kind of how I ended up with my elements looking the way they do. Just a couple of cloud ephemera pieces included in the exclusive ephemera. So I've just poked those in where I needed to. I had this white circle that I really liked. It's like a pinked circle, and I'm a bit of a sucker for anything pinked. But it was the wrong colour. It was too white and just wasn't quite looking right. So I have coloured it in blue with my navy blue ink pad and ink dauber. And then I'm just layering that to the right where the photo will go, along with a sticker by Pink Fresh, which says "Happy Moments Spent Together." It's not a sticker, I don't think. I think it's a, well, maybe it is. Maybe it's a piece of ephemera, but I think it's a sticker because it's pretty stuck fast to my layout. Yep. So that's to the right of the photo now, and I'm just going to add a little chipboard flare badge onto the photo and offset to the right as well. That says "Today." I've got another cloud at the top there. Goes really well with my cloud stencil and cloud Nuvo clouds. I'm kind of covering a lot of the mixed media up because that's what tends to happen whenever I do mixed media. I never ever do it big enough. I think it's because I love embellishments, so therefore I just get carried away with the embellishments. And I do end up always covering lots of any mixed media I do. I always end up covering up a lot of it. So it's just, one of those things. I don't mind. It's fine. It still looks like a mixed media-ish layout, kind of. Now just carrying on putting out the blues and greens. I've pulled out a butterfly. I love that butterfly. It's really pretty. So I've just stuck that in place. I'm going to sew through it as well to make sure it stays, and also so that the wings can be raised and with it anchored in the middle. I'm going to cut out a few more butterflies. This is a Pink Fresh Studio paper. I'm just going to cut out a few of those. To add as accents to the layout as well. Whenever I think of butterflies, I think of girls, but butterflies are in nature. We were outside, a farm, exploring the woods when he was climbing this tree, and there were butterflies everywhere. We kept seeing them. So butterflies definitely go. I think, even though it's a boy photo. I know lots of people get hung up on certain things are for girls and certain things are for boys, and no pink for boys and things like that. But I tend not to worry about that. I tend to think more about my surroundings. And butterflies definitely go with any outdoor photos, I think. I think that definitely works because butterflies are from nature, aren't they? So, okay, so just going to add on my title. I really love this phrase, "A boy is noise with dirt on." And that's very typical for my two boys. Max, this is Max in this photo. He's always dirty, always. He's never been able to wear an item of clothing twice because it's always dirty. I don't know really what he does, but even when he goes to school, the girls come out pristine and he comes out really grubby and dirty. So he's always been a dirty boy. And this time we're out in the woods, so of course they were absolutely filthy. So so noise, and he's very loud as well. So noise with dirt on really does sum up Max for sure, and also the little one as well. He's always also very loud and also very dirty, whereas my daughter is fairly quiet and always looks pretty and never dirty. So it's funny, isn't it? Anyway, so pretty much done now. I've got my title on. I've sewn through it with white thread on my sewing machine. Just writing in some journaling over on the right hand side. Just says "always noisy and always filthy. That's my boy." And just doing some little doodle hearts around. They're really tiny, but just a few little black doodle hearts around the layout. I was going for kind of minimal like design for this. I'm not very good at doing minimal, but I had a go. I definitely didn't succeed because it should have been much smaller design. But it's okay. I'm not very good at minimal, so it's nice sometimes to try something out of your comfort zone, which I did, but I don't think I really achieved it all that well. but I think it's okay. So I thought I would finish off with a few splatters of black paint. I have a new paint shaker, but it's a black one rather than a white one, and it didn't flow nicely like my white one does for some reason, and I've ended up with these kind of trails of black paint, which I'm really unhappy about. I don't like them. You can see that I'm trying to fix this, and I tried to blot off some of the ink, or the paint, which I did, and then some of the smaller trails down the bottom I've covered up with some enamel dots, and they do look a bit better, but I was sad that happened. It didn't quite shake out the way I wanted, but that's the thing with mixed media, isn't it? Never always goes to plan. But I'm happy with the layout. I do like it. I like the minimal-ish look. Don't forget that if you are a Hip Kit Club subscriber, you get the main kit at a reduced price, 15% discount off all the add-on kits, and you get access to exclusive cut files like the one I used today. So there are lots of reasons to become a Hip Kit Club subscriber. Thank you so much for joining me today. That was Nikki Rowland for Hip Kit Club.